Welcome to Vida Unfiltered Studios. Mama Kwaba 2026 now. Nyamia Dumye Remo. It is a very important year for Ghana. Why? Because World Cup. Right from Germany 2006 down to Qatar 2022, Ghana representing yepa on the world stage. Nana be bisasa Ghana players in the quality that we have. Is it enough for the world stage? And Abisu bisasa coach Otto Addo. Ani ono no betimi di akose de ye pen no na sometimes changes ni bi wo hwa ma yam hihye ba utifia na chese wo fa remote dia ball television ani nania aspect bi na yen shedan fa ye ni koto ho the spirituality sunsun sema e fa ye football, especially World Cup. The stakes are high enu nti na ye busasa nye bia bunumu no Ediena honhom no soka 31st December Ghana munim dada se enkomsha ahodo koso an sorry ahodo na didi kan osofo fire ojase o hwepeteta kremu a said the players na ho keka ne Ghana nkasa nya ho odin tre no enya dia Blackstars ombedru ba bia na ukomu a kopie osofo uche Eric Boahin so ho a ono sese on de ohwemu pa Spain ene bedi kane na also for Nigel Gazi die na raise eyebrows kakra wa Ghana ha essence wo se Ghana Blackstars ye tibia ye wo mu ya on say ye beko finals into wo se na che Ghana Blackstars ye ne Spain ne beko finals no if also for Eric Boahin Prophecies anything to go by na enunti ya hwehwem se sa bre baby ye dri tactics no ne was say ni to so and now say read the spirituality of football that we have in Ghana. So before I introduce my guest Ewo Studio Hanum, say let's take a look at the prophecies.
Blackstars of Ghana.
What Blackstars of Ghana?
Last year or last 2 years. The Lord made you to say they will qualify. And I've seen that they'll go in the finals. Listen. The Blackstars will do extremely well. Blackstars no at the finals. I saw it. The Blackstars of Ghana. Will do extremely well at the finals.
Oh, Tiamuka Amen. Amen. Power. Still on the Blackstars. Mijna baby amijna and society. The only thing is I am one pie mawo. And yes, sir, said your motive Makoma, no son of Mabati Makoma beam. Enti Monfantum Mutrim, baby a Jana da Sundra and society. If assassin will be a man, make catch your assassin will be him. Cash almost 1 penny for a bummer office here. Blackstars and penny for they come. So for then I am someone called me bomb pie me won't share. And that's what team baby a team. So we should pray for them. The team Blackstars. What capwa yeah babeko. We should pray for them. Akomatie na buy no ya mom paya ma the same thing be see. My God. Na masa akofa fire with your picture at to baby as a soften can your mind. But we pray for them in the name of Jesus.
Yes, Lord. The World Cup. Okay. The World Cup. Now, who promotes that? Who connects me? Shot fire. The World Cup. The World Cup. The World Cup. Now, three countries are having a meeting against the World Cup. 3 countries, we see Russia. 3 countries are having a meeting against the World Cup. American securities should tighten their stadiums very, very, very well. There's going to be attacks on their stadiums during the World Cup. Now, this year World Cup, the winner will go to Europe. Europe. I see a country called Spain carry the trophy. This year World Cup. a country called Spain, carrying the trophy, Mr. World Cup.
Right in the studios with me, Dan Kwaku Yeboah, DKY, just a topic way. Or dimuntintima the chess or no elder spirituality will remove and a sports and studio I can call. So Dan, welcome to my studio.
Thank you. You're doing a beautiful job.
Thank you very much. Now, on record, now me a Dan French teacher. So those who over class me and something mademoiselle. Once I'm babium, then akwaba.
Yeah.
Right. World Cup, you say very soon discussions na because on radio, TV platforms, but on the other side, no, you show the softer part of it. Said ye enyoma AC kono, ye need free the tactical side. Now you rely on the spirituality ana.
You went to know interesting. You see, Majagezi DNA raise eyebrow. I think they literally any brows and go cabanicity na come because me me a gunning into I'll be very excited to see the Blackstars in the finals of the World Cup. But Bisa who say you're real because nyami ben ujaba friend. Nyami ben na uche friend. Nyami ben na Majagezi friend will be a different. I'm sorry baby bonsamba kupeni ya neneku. Enti me bisa mus na abase me because say we are talking about the God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob. He's a very consistent God. Ongo kanchi ujaba say yendu baby ya. Wako kachire uche say Spain for befa. Wako kache na Jegezi say Ghana beko finals.
Say ebia uche di ene di or chen nipa e finals na ene beko which is Spain.
The messages are different from
the reality.
Not the reality, but the messages are giving us the impressions that they are serving different gods.
Wow.
Yes, because Tenyamikrona offered 3 different messages in Goma Nipa 3. When God met Moses, he was sending no man message now, or say, I'm sending you to Pharaoh. Make sure you lead my people from Egypt to the promised land. A single message. And one or the man did in a chini na up to point or handy over my Joshua. And not to us. And he said, on the same night, we believe that there was one God of the universe. Kremofo friend Allah. Yeah, friend God. And other beliefs. But Ubi GD said there's only one God. The atheists no crown home. They have certain beliefs. Traditionalists believe say, oye asase ya Nyankopon baako. Di Nyankopon baako, how could Nyankopon baako deliver 3 different messages on the same subject matter?
Right.
In any case, football yes a spiritual exercise. Because in my being Africa, how pa football is spiritual exercise. Nanka omu nanka so omu African ka Benin. It took a Ghanaian to qualify Benin for the AFCON. The late Sir Sesu Jones took a few. He was the first African and the first coach of my Benin. Just qualification keke. Onyezo obeje cup no. Qualification keke. But I've seen people Benin for wondu boni. You see ekwe Benin ekwe jiedru. Nti edru bobo lankasa mine nanka so omujiji. Uko India yenim growing up whoever concocted that story. I don't know say Kukuanansi story. Akrabiat is our story no. Ghana ni India for kobobo. And on Bosch what another that is saying. And Robert means a dodgy. Robert means a dodgy. And you know 99 and the one. And honestly.
But that's say washa obia players name back park so regardless we be movie there's some sort of prayer bia.
Oh, and only the mama yeah, but AFCON, those things they do exist. May have had the opportunity of interviewing a lot of the players, both old and new. And Kwesi Apia or coach Sudan or AFCON. Okay, me say, was starting the football with Takwa. Na Oba Kotokono. Eda supporters, Eba no say Kwesi, we are good. Ya brewe dro fashion socks ho. O say 9 or this socks no dey dro ni share ho. Sa 9 na o mu boom that day. Meanwhile, all the while, not Obon Bola, Obiambre Juju, Obiambre anything spiritually related.
Right.
When pra or if that got supporters by Maile, Judy, Jewish or socks now. When Ubesha go, Tana now they donation, Tana Nani, a boom, say pain. Yes, those things they do exist. Kwesiapia, Ekochi Sudan, unsa AFCON, to add about 6 matches when we need back until unqualified. When him say, let me make a very sarcastic statement on radio. Says our team na the ball AFCON. Not team ni psychologist, but ni would you budget. Because against Sudan, there was clear evidence. Pictures are Ghana for almost sprinkle near more parks. But eventually unqualified.
That juju but na nyama no sprinkle and ye capture our budget ni mana.
Now new budget however they go.
So powder they will be our powder.
Yeah. Could do even of more powder free. What's it about? Nangombe didi.
Wow. Now, I don't know. Who say you were individual players? Obia na sebi or pick 2 media bobo na obekwa koye ni individual.
No, almost share that the competing Sudan for no bench and a camera is capture. That the individual ones. I've seen individual ones be one of the AFCONs. Now you're near Captain Andre, Petit BB, and my camera is capture. And we are different, but when the competition
now, I know how different is the another day.
No, I'm saying it is different because say individual and collective. As the day you were seen as an individual and all yeah. But when the to say team na ye no they are competing, baby as Sudan for no better.
Nadan born here but powder day on field niso.
And I make say, oh, you know what? Obi ani believe, but for me, juju mbobo. Who can Acts chapter 16 na? Evil spirits, who are there? In his eyes, girl now no cross our divination spirits now. Or deeper, which he say, these are the genuine men of God. What he was saying was true. The spirit ne yichire no and a false spirit. Inti evil spirit who are there? Inti we be we are soften be our source no free nyame. And now we are comfort and now consult to other mediums. Ube who be aka. But to turn it around is another thing altogether. Okay,
there are times you can say the color of the jersey and it say and then ube winnie and now be loose.
When it comes
Ghana for a tie white
when it comes to beliefs, I remember say I interviewed Yaman Kwamreku. I say also folk match be a day on the morning of the match, and I nipa na or ye do mo kachom say so mu white. Ti Jesse o ma crave free abroche no mdi go na o pam wo Newtown. I'm go pam why Jesse wo Newtown. Just o mu say e be the arbitrary number be but the boy. Those beliefs they are there. So even sometimes supporters can be organized and they only place near interview. Say be obo kotoko anabo has. Na supporters chairman for no organize you droba. So be anware. One give ni ya sha e be ka se wo no wa me ya she. Do player no usuru obeji irrespective of your belief. Sometimes we interview players non believe in Christians na how say teams like Kotoko, Heart to Folk, teams don't believe in something. Oh, why normally bibiaba monjensra. In fact, I interviewed Unimana being Krentel, or a former House of Folk and Blackstars goalkeeper or the Americas is saying. Because an interview in New Jersey, he told me a story. Na horrible. Or say no more camp. Winiba preparing to play Kotoko. House of Folk chairman at the time was near friend Paul Conke. So anadwo na captain. So anadwo wada na obenya no de akoma moja wo ho. Jesus. E man so nkosie sa akoma no. O say up till now e man nightmares. Jesus. The how no akikim na yere si the bas makaya akoma no. Those things they have existed in football for years. When and Neri testifies say bu da no akikim. Na say enye adwuma ade na consistent me say sa match no o ka no ye omulusu yi. Intino, there was no rubber stamp to say, oh, Okohana, the juju man or a pastor might see what will happen. But influencing to change it, is another matter. Right. Dan, so we show your players now. Fakesiena ye abrofo imaya. In terms of African beliefs, no one to mean touch. Oman is sit there on tiase. No, but so, honestly, me having followed football for so many years. It baffles me how people still think that a draw a ball. Into Opa, Yakoto Koneas here and the EGJ. Young Kofa Barcelona and Begina say Yakoto draw the Bashawam. Omeshe bear 50. I don't see why people think that. And acquire industry and Crawford did one. Who is sports minister now bar. Ubehu a session of football community no beba honorable. Me skanko ye duro. 1 year on town. They will alert their serial callers. Minister no nyade. Ubekom no onye boni bia omugwaje juju budget wantua.
Na juju budget no. Ye quote ni saying what is it your throw juju budget and I would din for Friday banana.
In the year is it 2003 Kotoko had not won the league for well over 10 years. And omuji league no omani agi atuko koso okrobia santuko toko hini. Also mumfa cap no bra menshi ambechi on be excitement. Also mumfa expenses for the year. Satana Sylvester Mensa siso ye banti mahini. Sylvester Star Yosu na siso ye banti mahini. On na ye chama. Budget om kwa chuo tumfo na juju shem.
Kai.
Odumfo juju.
I don't know you quoting in dollar na cedi.
Say currency out be man bia say ka budget. Odumfo juju e me be topical issue waga. Esi me see uni Ghanaian coaches ni kasa emobo. Coaches ni be those who are honest will tell you say omo no akwache tactics na wie no. Na ka che say fa to nchen player wo ni boy be lusu. Chairman be or instructive. No one for player na ntena bench or be wadi.
And see, are you saying that then e kasa nhihye any coaches are form friend man oni bu because no obi o ha e bia training now here that week no and no sure so their selection.
Now foreign coaches in be bring problems with some of these football administrators. For instance, Ghana nanka the year metumi akasenka 1998 World Cup mkiebe kobi. Because that ani kra Italian coach be friend Giuseppe Dosena. Na the ma ye pamono ni say yama half time or 15 minutes to address his players. Na former sports minister the late TT Mensah say or person called dressing one boys because no no way. No time na ka senya ozo be ye. One penny no TT Mensah sacked him.
Wow.
And they say a campaign. What I'm saying is that over the years some white coaches have had issues with people trying to enter the dressing room. I mean, in 2013, you call AFCON South Africa. Now, Ghana versus Nigeria. No, Ghana versus Burkina Faso. Referee we are MIA and so Burkina. Now, the way I know stadium no South Africa. No, me ko media tribune on me yirai. The me na me koshia former Abedi Pele, the manager, a friend no Abu Al-Hassan. No so ayira. Sana baby I copy near Blackstars dressing room gate. Could you believe that at that time no? Na FM penifo no ni the day you were issue. Nti omo di asem to Abu so say on the droko. Dressing room na am I yentumi anje Burkina. One Abu Al-Hassan frames Dan, why you met me at the entrance to the dressing room? Do you see me holding anything? I'm there be you. No go na mayira. O see na me mayira. But they were able to pump that idea into people's heads. Abu Al-Hassan, may so rest in peace. One did you call normal. So those things, for me, they are mere beliefs. Because
right.
A positive spirit in but it doesn't mean so.
But then we know any juju we enkomshe.
No, but what is the source? We are talking about enkomshe from 3 different men of God who are serving the same God who doesn't lie.
In free the positive side.
Tell me bisa say. Say we be classify and say you juju and say enkomshe.
Say see you sorry them.
There be.
See you sorry them now.
We are talking about
prophecy.
3 different messages from 3 different messengers from the same source.
Obiane ne awoti. Obi so ho obi hunu ni interpretation.
See kasa dia now we are implying say nyame nye no kwafo. See kasa bada. See kasa we are implying say nyame nye no kwafo.
See me no me enu yeti he.
The God we serve, the God you and I know, by baako.
Yes.
Buddhism said there was one God. Omo mu hwa asase ya ensa ya o omo no nim so onyankopon baako na wo. Ni se nyankopon baako na na wakagu prophet which assume say at the end they explain for na bechi. No akokagu ojabasum Ghana omo nkokoto.
Se omo se emre.
No akokagu na jegezi assume say yebeko finance.
Emre ene bechi.
It makes addressing it in Kaden komu na share the same in common. It would have been easy to address because me are so opinion I believe in prophecy. But the same God, 3 different messengers, 3 different messages.
But say yes, nyame so awon adwuma na oye nti we ntimi nye one of the wonders.
And adwuma ni say azem mienza zuma ne ba mienza from the same source.
So ba ku Spain, your car Spain on no try opponent and no be finals.
They be open work opponent.
Say ye ko final there and see any Spain be finals.
Indeed, we're going to see Jason on the other one.
Happy Bissau.
And then the one
Said Dan.
There are so many instances of juju issues in football. But as to whether they impact and give results on the field is another thing.
Right.
No, I don't believe it. Me, Mako Stadium in 1998, Swedro Blacks no Kotoko Swedro. We do park and so not the kickoff was supposed to be 3 p.m. Almost see two teams no be amai above 3:15. Kotoko for when almost see almost to school down BH. That time no Prince Edupoku, George Sion, any other players. Na Oblast Fonso when I'm say Malam ni see Wabeba Park first in your show too. Into Kotoko for Tite Oblast Fonso Besomeba and Oblast for any share omo supporters no omo under 20 team no Jesse no mo parking so Kotoko thought Oblast for naba no mo so parking. Then the under 20 team walked away. Then the main team came. At the time they had Baba Amandomo. And indeed, scoreline almost go to go 2-0. See abi, say abi no who says Hanebesi. And waka and just way about park first in obey influence results. But at that time, no, the late George Edison Poku Georgido. No one could go for any issue was so to place in All Blacks. All Blacks had a better team. But Oka may say a drone can who.
Dan, narrow down to the quality of the players. Was his
quality as my yaking. Now I catch them saying to team would question Brazil because sophobia shall come. Obey for. No, but let's be very honest. Quality at Ghana started the World Cup. No, it keeps dwindling. Look at our 2006 World Cup squad. Time as Samuel Sekou for come back passer. Coach Nibufu is on Bonnie Biono. It took a certain Sheila Iliasu straight from King Faisalu, no more professional to replace Sami Kufo, and he did perfectly well. At that time, your league standard was so good. He said somebody could walk from our league straight and command a starting role in the Blackstars. But then your league, you do me that. Now say ball match, me that wa Christ Stadium. Now Jina Stadium so now 2 any show su cemetery. I don't know road su cemetery. I'm not switching on my Inti quality no abafom. Sa quality na yede call 206 no. In 2010, no more peak. Michael Essien, KP Boateng, Stephen Appiah, Asamoah, solid John Mensah, solid team. In 2014, but for politicians need greediness, we would have gone far.
100,000.
It's not even about the figure, but the fact that somebody took the money. Government release and firm players say or the cartoon account na I yield interest and send go to Blackstars for ka. And they titi a place no a boycott here. I was in Brazil in a confusion sir because at that time the team was still at its peak. And the deba 2018 qualification in 2022 check the 2014 squad the KP Boateng, Michael Essien, Stephen Appiah. Na fa toto 2022 squad. Emuwa quality no a drop we be say ahane ha. Na 2022 squad no so o de tutu we hu a we nsu wo fom. Nti no honestly we should rather look at the quality and how we can prepare adequately. Ni yin ya adwene mfi juju so. See as I go pam go kwana si Jesse krade. Ya me afefie ni ko lusu a.
Dan.
Me nim ni ba odra. Ana no si juju ana say.
We've seen beautiful designs over the years, colors, the red, gold, green represent ye. Na say dear ba ye me nim set map na ye draw say how should we go about the design for our national jersey?
Me sitting here, I've had the opportunity of reading the agreement between the GFA and Puma verbatim. What happened was that ahead of the 2014 World Cup, let me reveal my secret, how I got that document. Puma had met Kwasi Nyantakyi in Serbia. And went there to play Serbia in a friendly game ahead of the 2014 World Cup. In the course of the conversation, they came into a conclusion and decided, say, it was time to renew. And so they were going to give the contract to Nyantakyi no more sign. And they went to the hotel's cafe. Them issue command them ama no muja hokoi. A few minutes before departing to the stadium, as a journalist, me compare me selection, me lineup. To me kwena me command me lineup na amban. Na me call hotel for no say. I was trying to print this thing, but me command yen amba. And I'm so okay. I'm so brof. No me koi. Don't go no mo set printer no. Me Puma contract See, is that yours? Me say fin. Line up manji. Now decide. There was nowhere in the contract that stipulated say chinchinya say Puma for and my design. Now, even if that is the case, I think that a mutual agreement that will go to benefit Ghana and Puma if you generate a certain bars around the jerseys.
Certainly.
Me, for the past 30 years, jersey who say Blackstars sha efe eye nansenya de ya ket mu ye ya yellow one na ye the ball qualifiers. This was the jersey Ghana used during the World Cup, during the AFCON in South Africa 1996. Franka Mankwamo. It's been my best Blackstars jersey. What prevents us from tweaking kakra? There should be consistency in our jerseys. Among your Africa, Ghana and Kwani jersey in consistent.
But what she said on my say and Nancintina, a route.
Spider Stars.
A route to America, Canada, Mexico. Yeah, first time so na kwaje
maybe ya and say.
Sebia.
No, what the jersey about? Listen, first of all,
definitions.
First of all, a commercial agreement and that GF any Puma Mudi Pesca. The more beautiful the jersey is, the more likely say patronage in Bekoso.
Yes.
Into the yellow jersey aba, be a comfort. What prevents you from improving it? Kakra Nian Vanko, no more go for Kukianansi. What road does Kukianansi play for us?
Whoever designed it owes Ghana for the meaning.
We don't even need the meaning. Jersey we don't need meaning. Bia. Go for yellow jersey aba. Come on.
A artistic piece.
Artistic. Adie we are say and social media go mam so say we are double so gaga na mgromu jersey we. Why is it?
Artistic.
No, but the name is Ghana Blackstars. Vida, you must be a football chiache. And I can say without fear, say, me sitting here, me were more Ghana football history in GFA. There was no linkage of Kwekwanansi and Blackstars anywhere in our history. Maintain that. Blackstars national team, maintain, say, Blackstars, those times now, or he can do a moko camp on some no. And as in time, since the winning match, based on that, we have a history with Anansi. TM Anansi to just in World Cup. Me, whoever brought that idea. And you're fair. In Cambodia, Anansi to open every bag ever fancy. That's a great.
Dan, let's.
And I can spirituality, no say. Anansi, no quiet. Chichira bro, for any zoom.
Anansi, dear, and then yes, a boakwa, bibia,
Anansi, any tiabra.
Yedi ani tie ede kwa kwaje for the abagara.
When Kwaku Anansi in our folklore settings, ni character no or deceptive. Are we telling the world say we are deceptive?
But you say Kwaku Anansi
na dey wa say Anansi did that was here.
No baby na I think whoever designed that jersey owe Ghana for an interpretation to what that jersey means.
We don't need explanation.
You want it withdrawn?
Now who explanation as at the end of what is it? Why a yellow jersey for be able to by God's grace, I've traveled across the globe. Anytime you meet Ghanaians, man can't say for say yellow jersey na efe. Jersey national team nso your mind dia. Ndia na mo nya de o mind pe. Me nti o mase.
Enti no GFA ye to amam. E de nti na man bie mama Ghana artists bibi bom wa ha obi antimi en design ne de.
Me think no crowd would have generated a certain bars.
Designs not to drag.
Exactly.
The one with the most likes gets to be selected.
Nan kamodi ama Pima said this is what Ghanaians are saying. Omo mu say just you know more there's a
national backing
there's a clause in the contract. The number of jerseys are on beton Ghana percentage.
Oh wow.
I'm sure they will also be happy say this is what Ghanaians want. No more go for Kukuana in bush and even a
Na se se e be sha ase June July. Is it not too late to withdraw?
Oh, how late is it? How late is it? And you late. Uga answer no beka. And you late 6 months won't do when designs. Na register here the.
So GFA, yeah, show my name say you call for the designs for the World Cup jersey. Now we have artistic
honestly,
people.
Honestly, when I saw it, I was disappointed. In all sincerity, because them feel a yellow jersey no my no be a bomb abason. We were just going to improve it a bit. Nanka yedianwa.
Now, Kwaku Yeboah coach no and twaso Otoado. I mean, you're criticizing now, but for some reason, Otimi qualifying ko World Cup no. In terms of coaching, no, we'll say players need the quality number from time I shall say 2006 about 2022 Qatar. Na coaching is so level need to say.
I mean, I'm calculation. In all sincerity, o man now can no kura on town for dozen. But ye na ye nim se Otuado nim fiswa. Me makase se ye kobo World Cup na bi na ya be fie dia ye man ndi anim. But se ay adwin se ye ko make impact dia
Enfa.
Nimfiswa.
But we're qualifying. Is the qualification not enough to prove that?
Otuado, since you took over the team in March 2024, including friendlies, any match be about 19 matches. We win 7. Now we do back school no or nyan social 7 over 19. So as akurana ye bonoka. We win 7. We draw 5. No we lose 7. Average performance. Let's be realistic. But me sitting here, me need power. But I'm happy say the Minister for Youth and Sports, Honorable Kofi Adams, has been courageous enough to say, yes, we have qualified, but Otuado is still below what he's expecting. So
as we speak, 6 months ahead, then you beat me now.
Oh, me.
But coach,
in fact, there's something I said on Good Evening Ghana when my big brother Paul Adomoche hosted Mini Sanidara. But a good friend of mine within the football fraternity sent me a message, say, no, I was saying,
Kind of what happened the last time.
Well, it's already out to do. That day, what I said was that at this point, so coach Free Abontiaba AFCON Kobi. At least he could have used the AFCON to assess the strengths and weaknesses of his team. Between now and the World Cup, there are very few friendly matches between me about. Nti say Mia come the Brunina or ye advisor emo to adun ebedi team name.
Wow.
Because when you say time Ghana be towards ye pe coach no. Brunina etenka advisor no fe shafan. Obe apply say ope dwuma na yamfa no. But after so to adu failing to qualify for AFCON playing 6 matches without a win no. Ni e kofa ono Brunina or the application by so ope Blackstars coach yamfa man. So ono metu to adu for. And I put you to my winning the other man for
wow.
Nti ever since Obayan Nanyoma started assistant. Nti say me am here for president, but of course I'm not. Nkameka say we Bruni in the team because Otuado in all sincerity. He's a legend. He's played for the Blackstars in 2006. He was part of us, a gentleman. But ni Ejuma as coach there at the Braka. 19 matches, 7 wins. 7 over 19, mean percentage in 30-something%. 34 point something.
So see, Mami, 40%. Will first 11. Your squad away. Give me your first 11.
Coach Langas when you're consistent, no the first 11. No, first 11. No.
And to go to me, Mami. First 11 now.
We use 51 players during the qualifiers. Nka Titina Blackstars na. Ukata weni kura unimu womo. It's interesting, yeah. In the 90s, Abedimu era no. Unim say a fair Blackstars. Sometimes foreign based players a both team no do 5. You had goalkeeper Eddie Ansa in post. Franka Mankwa ebo 2. Kwesi Apia ebo 3. Ampia Frimpong Manson, Stanley Abora. Sometimes I'm a Senegal and I'm Frimpong Manson will be 4 and 5. Stanley Abora jina 6. Safu Jenfi jina 7. From number 1 to 7 will be a local. maybe a principal free Holland abeka ho. Na Tony Yeboah free Germany abeka ho. Na Bedi Pele free France abeka ho. Na Ali Ibrahim free, I think he was in Switzerland at the time. Abeka ho. Out of 11, 4 and then for him this place. This at how to when you first 11. But we have been so inconsistent to say, as I speak to you, coach go nim the strongest 11. To me trauma of first 11 in fact.
How to me chairman na kama say o strong 11 ni o sha en fa na umbitimi edu abeka say we are a fair representation of Ghana.
No clear woman say 1 me a Ghanaian. 2 I'm in the industry where when the Blackstars thrive a direct effect on my economy. My personal economy improves when the Blackstars does well. Nti, I would have loved to see Niger Gaze's commission coming to pass. But ahoɔden a yɛde konko na your friend is a reality nko. Say NDC for former spokesperson Solomon Kansa. No
Fantini Solomon
no ni uncle be or Olympian no a boxer TikTok your friend no konkrani no boxing those days what akrani o mutu me kama achibano na okun be first one no koyi na Fisher Folks no ko to bet you do baby ni e bun na e bo kan no be transia na Fisher Folks na ko whisper e be konkrani amanfo akọ echi beto na be adin ye twani news kacho no wonko ju nska wo ko ka chema no musabe e mengoyi ndukwane ngoyi ndi yari abeko na echi bet nti honestly I can give you 11 but as to whether they are top 11 is another thing because your team you know how many of them put a consistent performance in Europe. Take Semenyo, take Kudus, very few. Inaki unfortunately the performance at La Liga ne hano entirely is a top-notch player but minimum at the international team
and now the juju ni biaka na
saying our players no more beliefs and sometimes when you watch our matches me say coach nanga so ntumi yusu bo ani because there have been so many matches ayabo player be nya ball na Inaki take you off. I think I remember say one of them was someone complained Inaki take you off. No man for man know about working baby. So many times if you watch our clips your coach to have the say Semenyo ball no ntum ball na one watch that dey no the ball. It's just a matter of studying the role he plays there and assigning him a similar role to
useful on the page.
Get the maximum results from him. Na coach would was say no the ball no ntum ball. Near the same pitch, near the same 11 players, near the same inflated leather. Yeah, we have a long way to go.
The day are you assigning for a new club? Yeah,
Mark Breda. In 2010, ahead of the World Cup, Stephen Appiah was clubless. I personally wrote an article in my newspaper, Ghana Sports, why Stephen Appiah must be at the World Cup. You know, the World Cup is the biggest gathering for footballers. In Europe, of course, they place premium on the Olympic Games more than the World Cup. But it is the highest, is the apex for every footballer. I'm sure if you sit up at the Pele down now, he will tell you, say, in terms of achievement, he's only regretting this one World Cup. And you know, sometimes countries consider factors that go beyond only football. For instance, Angola Echo World Cup in 2010. I'm captain Fabrice Aqua. No any team. In 2010, when we made noise for Stephen Appiah, in 1990, the World Cup started in 1930. The only time Africa made an impact, first time, was in 1990, 60 years after the introduction of the World Cup. And it was by the gallant men from Cameroon. Pius in the FA, Roger Miller, Pius in the FA, Makanaki, Emmanuel Kunde, Steven Tatao. Said these are great guys. So time now Cameroon qualified on Mbeko World Cup. Roger Miller was almost on retirement. It took their president Nawayako Krana still up to Asum to issue a statement to say they should include Roger Miller. And when they went to the World Cup, Roger Miller his name became a household name in Africa. On the making impact at the World Cup. But for poor officiating, they could have gone beyond the quarterfinals. There are examples of players who are clubless, you don't co-worker based on other factors. Nti, obi a on view, or the two social media, some will insult you. Oh, they were born boy, I don't know. But for me, his commitment, he might have his flaws, but his commitment to the team over the years has not been in doubt. To me, the only didn't quite many problems.
Nti yen fa ne nkose obewo dressing room how motivate and I am filled in.
He is part of the team. Based on how he performs with Knack brother, we still have 6 months to go. The coach can assess, say, okay, which may be part of my first 11. Okay, Obetana bench. Stephen Appiah was on the bench in 2010. We can do same. For me, there didn't quite many problem.
Right. Do you subscribe to the view, say, Omoma Bobby Dano na yenfa ejumane momo no handle the affairs of the Blackstars, ABS Stephen Appiah, Asamoah Gyan form munye the lead when it comes to managing?
Say, football is for footballers. It is only in our part of the world. And a management member or notice stadium, yet you are a hotel bill, yet you are per diem, who did free on 29 edges catching play with Gina Park. And as a player, 10,000 no GB in its capacity as who and what. Football is about footballers. Uko places baby Davosuka, no a Croatia national team captain, Luka Modric in form. He's not the FA president. But election for FA presidency in Ghana has been corrupted so much to say, Uniska forget Mfa. During the normalization period, and it is one of the reasons why I resigned from the normalization. Because now my position now I was just a spokesperson, which I was saying, FIFA gave Ghana a golden opportunity that we threw away. Because since the formation of FIFA in 1904, FIFA has never signed a political agreement with any certain politician as president, with the exception of Ghana. When FIFA signed an agreement with His Excellency Nanado, said they were going to unite with Ghana to fight corruption in Africa. FIFA gave us a blank check. And the 0-0 was only a man. Because at that time, we could have done a lot of changes. Okay, Ghana, FA president, a little over 120 something. But we are talking about a country of almost 40 million population. Okay, FA phone chose, FIFA crown pono, the electoral college in here, a little over 200. Forgetting, say, Kwanya Bruni Faso Tunaba, Bruni Njimuni and one son Wakotuaba. Kwanya Bruni Faso Tunaba, a different from Kwanya Ghana, Yatuyaba. UDMP no one Chamuni and one Tueska, a Ubi to Nebadi no one qua. Yen Tuma, Ogoboya Manu, Cornelia, and so no boy, you're quite the other. Omukan Clamsy, with Yemoeba.
Because or your doctor, I are funny and your uncle baby, I are for.
Oh, indeed, some of us suggested, say, Chatham or 10 regions. Can lobby FIFA, not Ghana number standard, and say at least regional football association, Myanmar 100 delegates. We're talking about 1,000 people voting for one FA president. Wouldn't mean bribe or that. But among phobies, selfish interest in tea, and a FIFA dear impo. But the same FIFA nona in the history of football, only certain president, politician, beyond a contract, but only Ghana by signing MOU. So we could have just tried to say FIFA. And so we should expand our electoral college just to make sure, say, bribe because there have been occasions our football administrators, lawyer Kwame Tofi and committee, he came on my show to say, Ghana FA abatono, wa won't bribe dano, bekasa. Up to now, because Nipa 120 near Betuaba as a rider now pay for president. To me, a Tambe 80 Kogu Hotel, at Chichom laptops, Chichom jerseys, and more muska. Before the election, we have election president. And to your former footballer, who is how the West Edman. Yes, ideally, that is the ideal situation. Saying Kasamojan, the FA president, Abedipele, FA president, Tony Bafu, FA president, Stephen Appiah, FA president. Nankoma Abba forefront. But no credible woman say electoral system na operating, they can pay. Until they be just a Kazaka Sans more opportunity to even access dressing rooms. How we treat our legends in this country is sad. Me, I've been there when we were hosting the AFCON in the year 2000 and President Kufota 2008. Ose Kofi mu the late Obafosi Mfumu Ajimanje umu omwaje cap omuye oldies no. They went to the GFA say omo tikita. Omo si tikita ombenya mo no ye popular stand.
Jeez.
Former winners of the AFCON omo aye nkokra. Me na me di o manu ko talo oil. Ko jiska say yenkoto VVIP ticket mo. Ye ko ya omo si VVIP ticket na san. Ti je say omo to awie mu de na ebe. This is omanya obi asweti. Okay? When you wear the Blackstars jersey, I'm sure there are stars. Maybe we omo for biantu. Because Omaf Konom. Okay, Omaf Konom margin usually the 4 stars na tour. Na breye meje. We don't treat our ex-footballers.
Interesting, stars ni cry was it?
Yeah.
And New Jersey no me who says stars ni bi bo. New Jersey dey ntin time dey na ye kan ho asem.
Say be an sisters.
Anyway,
your suggestion that as a Moja most Stephen appear mo should hear. Mama example, you call World Cup in Germany. At that time, Blatter na FIFA president. I be the people need Blatter to say. When Blatter was campaigning for his presidency, no the chartered flight in a across the globe. No near be the people money flight so. When we went to Germany, it was our first time at the World Cup. If any here be I be the people in an first Blatter. First top FIFA hierarchy no mo boy. These are players are Tony Yeboah mu and case more opportunity to lead us. You go Germany 2006. Tony Yeboah job ball so many years ago. I saw white men on my job boso therefore TikTok. No madro do mo Jesse nim no mo tonyum. Tony Yeboah la 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 la. Omo de bagana come. These are players do anymore you can have access to a lot of things.
Ambassadors, global ambassadors.
What even prevents this country from setting up offices at the various embassies in Europe? Okay?
Cultural attachés who will take charge of your sports.
Now, what are some entertainment? UK there, what the Tony Baffa to Germany there. Who start creative jobs? Because Ghana, you look at football negu so much so say yet is your friend will be your friend is saying show style guy Yeboah Sonny Dean studio obey Ghana. En company chow. Ebia no Ghana ni bank ye was attachés no ho me fan say England. And now no start to monitor crano at a younger age. By the time of a baby na Ghana for Kwaku chase no na kasa that. Sadly, our way of doing things is running with that. Now, when we get Ghanaian players born abroad, inculcating them into the team quite a problem.
It's a problem.
And so now there's a debate. Mama qualifies ni me on for mumba.
They say German kromu timi issue, bro. Sem nem kwa Dutch nem German nem na French.
I don't go first debate na.
So first the team spirit no.
Some moja mu boss mamba.
Chale. Onyami di basema mi onyami.
Oh, say Muraya.
Susumom.
And these things and I don't know whether you heard that debate. You qualify we he's no do him for
see you go for mumra
no so
it's going to cause disaffection with team.
Disaffection babe.
Mama me
no disaffection babe.
Mama me qualify.
No the obebo qualify no the chair.
One fan check. Exactly. I see a friend no one.
Vida. Inaki Williams. President Kwesi Nyantechi Kwesi appear to playing coaching. So that I'm not so more. Later he had a change of mind.
No,
listen. What I'm saying is that this is Inaki Williams, who is part of your team. You initially went to him also more. And was an arguing obo. So how different is he from the rest?
No, but what change?
Salisu or no cry no Ghana hano. Your friend also more. Alaji good some go pan chocolate dinner. There was one. What are we going to the World Cup for? It's not results. You need quality.
Cash.
At the end of the day, say he's not doing any bono results. But it's
going to be difficult. You see, and I to me who your first 11. How to even evaluate? Say
if you are a coach,
where you top,
you assess your players with your video assistant. Vida, you assessing or your striker or quality shooting or deal with area balls or you better touching Kwaku Yeboah. It's as simple as that. That argument say, and will be na abre. National team will be embro. No, to I don't know. Yeah, we qualify for 2006. Matches are no boy. But so Kobe.
Area or man for so na ye busa se enkom se ahodo ya 31st December ye concerning Blackstars team no some be finals some be winning so omonche ye be you my frame no we sat down with Kwaku Yeboah, elder Kwaku Yeboah, and he's telling us say ono di onim say juju embobo na said nyame baako kasa kira asofo ahodo miensa in different languages na no so questionable you be said in the first 11 or see e be din so didn't say we na first 11 and he also said the quality from Germany 2006 down to Qatar 2022 no abribia dwindle on the player side and on the coach side. Inti ha and a draw curtain emre and a better who amongst these prophets and then Yankopon ekasachiro. So thank you for joining us, Dan. Thank you.
Thank you
for being here. Be our last message.
Just to say congrats. The platform is doing well and I'm urging everybody to subscribe. So baby, music, entertainment. You know, the soccer.
Yeah, welcome. We'll be doing entertainment and sports alongside. You know,
I confuse in I don't. Last time, but I confuse it with
So thank you for joining us on this platform. My name is Vida Ichimabwate. My guest was Dan Kwaku Yeboah, and this is Vida Unfiltered. Thank you.